Goes beyond the walls of the clinics, you know. We don't stop saving lives the moment we check out, the moment we clock out from work. We're like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to save any more life. It goes beyond that. So on that day, the streets become our emergency room. That is where we get to treat. That is our own way of protesting. Not really going against anything or trying to be, you know, vague and rude and what, but we have to show up for our people. And that's the best way we can do it. And that's why us as medics, we're saying, we're going to be there for the protesters. We're going to be there. We're going to be having a camp at Kigali Road. We're going to show up for every single, even if they decide we're going to protest every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we shall be there.
You'll be there.
Yes.
Tell me something. Are most of you volunteers? Are all of you volunteers?
Yes, yes. People are actually, medics are taking time to actually come. We have people coming all the way from Kitengela, all the way from Naivasha, just to come and be there and stand for this one cause and fight for the good fight. So yes, all of us are volunteers.
Sijui kama uliwatch Jeff Koinange live jana. Kwa panel kulikuwa na GENZs. Na nawaambiaga ni ngumu sana kutetea GENZ. Nikasikia wamesema SABA tunatokea ndo serikali ichore SABA. Si ilikuwa below the belt sana. Mnataka kufanya kama ile kitu si ndio?
Kuna watu walikuwa wanasema eti Wajaluo hawawezi enda maandamano. Na kuambia wamesema ya kwamba maandamano ya SABA itakuwa ni ya Albert Ojwang. Wamedeclare wataingia maandamano siku ya SABA. Hawa wakiingia maandamano, hey. Na kuambia hawa ni wadedli nani? Hawa ni wadedli shasha makosha.
We will do SABA for Albert Ojwang. Comrades Papa! Comrades Ria! Comrades Aktu! Comrades Tuliazi! Maandamano yanataka mtu wako strong. Wakitupa tunashika. Wakinyamba tunanusa.
In your lifetime, in my lifetime, we've never seen this. This was something that people said happened during the time of Mau Mau. All right? Have you said, our economy is our land? Wait a minute here. We are going to go and die for it. And 300,000 Kenyans died. That is the estimate. Were killed by the Mzungu. Last year, you had a young generation called Gen Z that got up and said, for this economic agenda, it wasn't just about the finance bill. It was about their stolen future. It is about the nation's decline rather than its greatness. They got up and they changed the axis of Kenyan politics. It's not a question of 2027. It has changed. The political formation that was there tried to rejig itself. And a year on, it hasn't changed. And they haven't changed. They're still resorting to killing and maiming, as you are saying, Dennis. The bill was just a catalyst. The people were already feeling pain. What they resisted was more pain. Please
Economic pain.
Economic pain.
Yes.
Economic pain. So they were resisting a further economic pain with the finance bill.
Yes, correct.
That's why the demonstrations even went on to Nane. Even after the finance bill had been dropped, they still continued because it was an expression of the economic pain. A year on, the economic pain is still there, if not increasing. The demonstrations, whichever way you look at it, the biggest catalyst is that people are going through economic pain in nearly every home in this country. Nearly every home, apart from Ruto and his 10 friends. I don't think there's any home in this country that is not going through major economic pain. So the pain is continuing. You can brand last week's demonstrations as justice or this. What justice? It's economic justice. The death of Ojwang, the police miscalculations and abuse of power were catalysts to anger, further anger. But even I believe without that, it would have still happened. So-called as a remembrance, but what are they advertising? They're saying, we are still in pain and we don't want this system anymore. However you have rejigged yourselves, yeah? You are still contributing to the nation's decline. You must get out. That was a clarion call. You must get out. This system must leave. And when you say we're waiting for the next election, that is you and those who are calling for one term. That is a system that has already been set. Why wait for it? Kenyans, when they downed the finance bill, if you look at any country abroad, any modern Western democracy, the death of a finance bill is a motion of no confidence.
Absolutely.
All right? They lost it last year. What are they still doing in power? What are they doing in power?
Well, I mean, by your own admission, Jimmy, you said that nobody's in a position whereby they're going to say, well, okay, I can see that things have gone to the dogs, and so as a result of that, let me step down. Nobody's going to do that.
Let's look at it this way, Do. They have tried to rejig themselves. We are back to square one.
With the same people?
Same people. They try to rejig, trying to say, okay, let's get the opposition leader, bring him in. Let us try and say we have a government of this. They've created narratives about what they are. The whole country is here. The country was always in cabinet anyway. It's no difference. Okay? Now, you come back. The pain is still there, economic pain. GENZs still come out on the streets to express that to you. And what is your reaction even with broad-based? You kill them again. And the only reason you're killing them, Dennis, is because you cannot solve the economic problem.
Tarehe 7 mwezi wa 7 ndio siku ya maandamano. Maandamano, the mother of maandamano. Mutakiona. Jambo linafaa mfanye ni hivi. Compensate government of Kenya. Compensate Boniface Mwangi. Compensate Wakina Ojwang. Wale wote wamekufa. Wale wako hospitali. Demand yetu kama Gen Z, compensate hao. Otherwise, tukutane tarehe 7 mwezi wa 7 saa 7 usiku ndio tunaanza maandamano. Asante.